Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Maddie and I cannot believe we are halfway through the year. This is my 2025 mid-year book tag. I've done a few of these over the years and I think they're very fun. Just a way to update you guys, recommend any books that maybe I haven't on the channel before. And if you guys want to answer these questions, please comment down your answers below. I'm just gonna hop right into it. The best book that I've read so far. The Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings. This book means so much to me and I know a lot of my friends, it also means a lot to them. Anyone who has read this book, I've really have not heard negative things about this book besides the cover, because the cover is controversial for some people. I think it's a beautiful cover. I mean, like the colors, the saturation, pretty. This is a 6-star read for me. It's so hard to put into words why you love a book so much. Georgia is my new fictional crush. I am obsessed with her. She's intelligent and intuitive and observant. Really have never read a character like her before. And I think that made this book stick out in a way that romance typically doesn't. But her depth and awareness came at a cost. And I think she needed a hug, she needed support, and she never received that. She never got that from her family. It goes so much deeper into her and her development and her past rather than the romance. Like romance, I would consider it a subplot. Sam Penny is the main love interest and he is amazing. He's wonderful. I don't think this man has any flaws. I think he is flawless. But his character was meant to build hers up. Like, he was there to support her. He was there to give her a hug. And they had just met. And it does feel a little insta-lovey, but it works. It works in a way that Jessa Hastings just knows how to write metaphors and similes and make the love flow. And this has been my favorite book. And I highly recommend you read it. It touches on so many different topics. Again, subplot romance. There's so much more to this book than the romance. How many books have I read so far this year? I just finished this morning my 50th book. So I think my goal this year was 80, but I think my goal last year was 80 and I ended up going over it. I don't really care about the goal, really, like the Goodreads or the reading goal. I typically read at this pace. I think this time last year, I just finished my 50th book as well. Now with upcoming events in my life, I know my reading is going to slow down, so I'm glad I'm a little bit ahead just in case I want to hit the 80 book goal. But again, I'm not really focused on the goal. I'm just focused on my enjoyment with reading and trying to find a happy medium of finishing books for you guys to review and to recommend, but also finishing books because I want to. I don't want to rush the reading process of some of them and taking my time, all that fun stuff. But 50 books so far. Best sequel that I've read in 2025. This is a dumb question. Sequel, that can be like any book in a series, right? Anyway, I have a few. I loved Onyx Storm, okay? This book came out in January. I went to the midnight release. There was so much hype around it. I literally got the jitter excitement, like when you're like anxious but you're excited and there's adrenaline and you're like so ready to read something that you've been waiting for. That's how I felt reading this book. I annotated it, I vlogged it for my Patreon. Such a fun sequel. The Charlie Method was book 3 in the Campus Diary series. Loved this one. This is definitely her most controversial one. There is a throuple in this with Beckett, Will, and Charlie. I loved it. I am doing a video with Brock soon. Another my husband reads smutty book scenes, and I'm definitely gonna have him read a scene from this just because I don't read many reverse harem or why choose or throuple scenarios, so I think this will be fun for him to read a scene from as well. Then, of course, this is probably, I should have said this one first, but The Winners is also book 3. All of those were book 3s. Stole my heart. I have no words to describe my love for this town, these characters, and Frederick Bachman. He has changed the way I look at contemporary fiction as a whole. I love his writing. When you pick up a book, you know it's Frederick because of his tone and the voice that you're reading. It's a continuation of a series, so I won't say anything to like keep out spoilers, but it's traumatic. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of unexpected deaths and a lot of things happening that I was not expecting. I mean, it's a brick of a book. A lot happens. A new release that I haven't read yet, but I want to. I don't know if I want to. Releasington. It's a new release. Do I want to read it? Yes. Am I ready to read it? No. I want to read it soon, but I have this conflicting feeling where I know it's going to be detrimental to my mental health. Like, I know I'm going to be affected by it. This is book 6 in the Boys of Tommen series, and this friend group has been through the most traumatic things ever. And I think Chloe Walsh writes them with grace. I really do. I think she has intent behind it. She's not just writing it to write it. These characters do come out on the bright side. Like, there is a bright side. There's a happy ending. It's a romance. Like, there is a happy ending, but it's always getting to the happy ending that's really hard. And each couple in this series goes through something different. Like, different and traumatic all at once. Like, it's the most horrific things you can think of, and a lot of people might be like, why would you read such a horrific book? It's the way that Chloe Walsh does it. She writes it with grace, and she has meaning and purpose behind her writing. Lizzie and Hugh, this is their book, and again, I'm excited, but I'm terrified, and I want to read it soon, but it's like a tug of war right now with my feelings on when I want to start this book. My most anticipated reads for the second half of the year. I have quite a few, so I'm just going to list them off and put them on the screen. I don't really want to go into detail about them. You guys know, if you watch my channel, I don't really read the summary of books. I just read books based off recommendations, what I'm seeing as trending, and new releases or authors that I love. So I'm just going to pop up a few. Time of Your Life by Jessa Hastings. Am I looking forward to this one? Yes. Am I kind of scared a little bit? Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson. The Wrath of the Fallen, which is book 4 in the Amber Nicole series, the Gods and Monsters series, which I didn't love the 3rd book, but I'm excited for the 4th, see if it redeems itself a little bit, and see if it's kind of the conclusion to the series, which would be nice. And I will put my summer TBR video right here. I don't really know of a lot of other books coming out in like the fall or winter just yet. Like, I haven't done my research on anything coming out or books that I want to actually read, so I don't know. Those are a few, and then I did talk about more new releases in my TBR, my summer TBR in that video. The biggest surprise this year, Shield of Sparrows by Devney Perry. I just released a reading vlog on this. It should be out by now. If it's not, I'm pointing at nothing. But Devney Perry, I have read one of her romance books before. I think it was Coach. And although I liked it, she is primarily a romance author. She is a really experienced author as well. Like, she's written a lot of books that a lot of people love. So, going into this one, I was not expecting much. I was like, oh no, another romance author getting into fantasy. It's gonna be a romance book with just the tiniest trickle of fantasy, but I was completely wrong. This book actually blew me away. I rated it 4 stars. Not expecting to like it as much as I did. I was so surprised. I went into that vlog being like, I'm not gonna find anything. I'm not gonna find a book that I like. And I loved this one. Odessa, our main character, is not main character energy. She's actually quite the opposite. She's not meant to be the main character, and I think that put a twist on the book that impressed me right from the beginning. And again, because Devney Perry is an experienced author, you saw it in the writing. The writing was pretty. There was a plot, there was prose, it was good. But I wasn't expecting to enjoy it, so that's why it was the biggest surprise. Favorite new author, either new to me or a debut author. And new to me is M.L. Wang. Sword of Kaigen also really impressed me. I knew I would like this book though. I did go into this book knowing, oh, this is gonna be either 4 or 5 star. Like, I'm gonna rate this one really highly. She's new to me, but she does have another book that I really want to read in the near future. I'm not sure when, but I'll definitely put it on my TBR. Blood Over Brighthaven. Again, she's an author that I think I could dedicate a lot of time and mental effort into and just want to read her complete backlist because of how much I loved The Sword of Kaigen. And my favorite question of this whole video, my newest fictional crush. I already mentioned Georgia from The Conditions of Will. She blew me away. Her ability to read people, she's impressive. Witty and blunt, and I aspire to be just like her. Men, I would say Xavier from Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez is my type. I don't think he's definitely like a fictional crush. Like, I really liked him as a character, but he's not like an all-time favorite character. But this year, from what I've read, he's an MMC that I can get behind. I love black cat energy men. I like it when they're a little bit mean, a little stoic, a little standoffish. Like, those are my favorite kinds of men in books, especially romance books. And I think I've said this many times on my YouTube channel, but my husband Brock is very black cat energy, blunt, no filter, kind of has his own people, his own circle. He's very loyal to his people, but he doesn't really care about following social trends and having a big friend group. Like he doesn't care, and it doesn't affect him. That's my kind of guy. And Xavier was definitely that, except for with Samantha, because obviously he's a mushy gushy actions over words kind of guy with her. A book that made me cry, I'm gonna give you guys two. Actually, I mean, I've cried a lot this year, I think. The Winners by Frederick Bachman, so many times. I mean, again, it's a big book. I think I tabbed. I stopped tabbing, but I did tab a little bit in the beginning. This one will just beat you up. I was so emotional, and I had just found out that I was pregnant when I was reading it, and so many quotes about parenthood and motherhood and like just being a partner or being a friend. Like there's so many things that just make you tear up and realize like, wow, Frederick knows how to slap you across the face sometimes. And I guess I like that, so. But another book that did make me cry was Taming Seven, because again, with Chloe Walsh and her writing, it's brutal. This one, all of her books, actually, not even just this one, look up the trigger warnings. This one I was not expecting. I go into my books blind. Took me by surprise. There was subtle foreshadowing leading up to it, so I kind of knew what to expect and what was going to happen, but the way it was detailed was not what I was expecting, and you are in a child's perspective. Disgusting and heartbreaking, and not something you ever really want to read about, but it happens in real life, and it's upsetting, and it just makes you think and makes you cry. A book that made me happy, I'm gonna keep this one nice and short. The Fall Risk by Abby Jimenez impressed me so much, and it's a short story. It feels like you're with them for a full book. I don't know how to describe this one, but they are neighbors. They get trapped on the second floor of their apartment for the weekend, and they're kind of forced to mingle in a way. There is that forced proximity. They're a little bored. They're like, hey, let's go in the hallway. Let's kind of make this hallway our own little space. So it's just the two of them on like a weekend of dates. It's adorable, and it made me happy, and it's on Kindle Unlimited as well. The next one is kind of tough because the book that I'm about to talk about is downstairs, and I'm so lazy to go and grab it. Like, so lazy. So the most beautiful book that I bought this year, The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig. I'm currently reading this for my book club pick for June. Adoring it. I'm having such a fun time. I'm about halfway through, but I'm kind of indifferent about sprayed edges. People either love them or hate them. I'm kind of right in the middle. I think it's pretty, but I'm not going out of my way to buy sprayed edges. I do have the Barnes & Noble special editions with sprayed edges for One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns by Rachel Gillig as well. So I think now I've started a trend with Rachel Gillig. Every release that she has, I have to get the Barnes & Noble special edition. So I kind of created an expensive problem for myself there because I like consistency and I like them to match. So what books do I need to read by the end of the year? I did make, at the beginning of the year, a 25 in 2025. There's gonna be a change of plans. I'm not gonna finish this, and I'm okay with that. It was just a fun challenge that I did in 2024, and I actually followed through with it, and I finished it. I don't think I'm gonna finish the 25 in 2025. I don't have an interest in some of these books, so I might even change some. Maybe if I change a few on this list, I can actually finish it. But there are like 6 books that I can point out right now that I don't want to read, especially with a newborn on the way. I just think my rest of the year TBR is going to look very different than I think. I don't want to make any concrete plans. Again, what I said earlier, I think I'm just going to read some anticipated releases, new releases, books that have been on my Kindle TBR for a really long time because I'll be relying a lot on my Kindle, less physical for the time being. So I don't really have an answer to this question because I know things are going to change, and I just have to be willing to go with the flow in the near future. But this does lead really well into the next question. What books, if any, do I want to reread this year? I think with baby, I might want to stick to comfort reads and reread a few books, but Dark Fever by Karen Marie Moning, I read it in 2020. Adored that series, but my tastes have absolutely changed since reading it, and I would love to kind of compare, see if I like it still or not. And since I've read it before, there's not much to remember. It's not like I have to learn about the world building. Like, I already know the world. So it's just it's a comfort thing, you know? I might reread the Magnolia Park series because I love the audiobooks. I know I just read it last year, but I want to read it again because I really like it. And the final question, how many 5-star reads have I had this year? I will put them up on the screen. I have only had 5 5-star reads, and it's the 6th month, so I think last year at this time I had like 9 5-star reads. I can't remember, but there's only been 5, but I think that's a good thing. It just means my taste is getting pickier. I'm just being more intentional with my ratings, and I like that. That is it for my mid-year book tag. I have enjoyed this year so much, and if you want to continue seeing the books that I read, go ahead and follow me on Goodreads. Be my friend over there. I am updating Goodreads constantly. I'm on that app more than I am any other app. And I am fully caught up on my book reviews on Goodreads, which I'm very, very proud about. So you can expect, fingers crossed, in the future to have more consistent book reviews just being posted regularly, like when I finish the book. If you want to support my channel, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next